Yo, what's up? Today I am doing part of the sorry, it's just totally blank there. MSL. This is MSL round of 8, and this is Xellos versus Ro8. And this is actually the second game of the set. Diggity's going to be doing the first game. Anyways, yeah. So Xellos, Ro8, both old players, both very accomplished players. Both in their time, kind of, I mean, like, they were the masters of a time at one point or another. Xellos, known as the perfect Terran, for his absolutely crazy micromanagement skills that he had once upon a time. Haven't really seen much of it lately. Hasn't really done much in the last couple of years, basically. Ro8, I was thinking about it, you know, Nada is considered, you know, the most consistent StarCraft player in the history of StarCraft. Second place has got to be Ro8 because he's been around for a long ass time, and I don't think he's ever really dropped off either. He's always kind of been around and playing decently well, always being inventive and imaginative and what have you. And it looks like, okay, we'll see if, oh, he puts that SCV right in the way just in time to block Ro8's scout there. Interestingly, he gets the SCV. Oh, he gets the probe through. There's a little gap there, so Ro8 does get in for that scout. And unfortunately, his probe gets trapped there. Okay, he's going to be able to get around the SCV. So Ro8's probe is going to get into Xelos's base, which is interesting. We see Ro8 going over here and setting up a quick second nexus over here in his natural expansion. On this map, this is Loki II. I think I describe it all the time, but anyways, Loki II has, as you can see, there's that ramp going down to natural expansion, which is not protected. There's kind of a back door behind it, and there's also one that is protected. It's kind of through your main, so it's really easy to take that. You almost always see players take that expansion very quickly. Anyways, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, Ro8 never really like falling out of, you know, he never really goes into like a major slump. A lot of the old players go into major slumps and usually never come out again. I just read a really sad article on Team Liquid, Until Midnight or something like that, and talking about how all the old players lose their edge and expect them to come back again, and they never seem to do that. And it's kind of disappointing. So, you know, this might actually be, is what he mentioned in the article, this might be the last hurrah of Ro8, or, you know, this might be the last time Xellos gets this far in any tournaments or anything like that. So, it'll be interesting to see how this turns out, seeing as how they're both kind of in the same position in that sense, and one of them's got to get out. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but whoever gets past this round is going to lose to Pisu in the semifinals. I mean, I don't think either of these players has really what it takes to beat Pisu, and they're going to have to face him in the semis. And, oh, interestingly, wow, Ro8 really did not want that scout getting in his base. Oh, man, and the scout does get in there. He manages to squeeze an SCV. That was amazing by Xellos, squeezing the SCV through just in time before, oh, and it's still alive. I thought it was going to die to that cannon. Using the Marine to attack the probe, and he just kept the probe there, not wanting to move the probe to try and block that SCV long enough until that cannon came in so the cannon could stop that scout, and he barely managed to squeeze it through there. The Zealot almost stopped the SCV from getting by, but it didn't. Anyway, so Xellos is going to be able to see what's going on in Ro8's base. He does see that he has that forge and the cannon up, which is, I guess, kind of, it's become the standard for if you want to take an expansion. But usually you don't do that on this map, though, because you have that protected expansion. He may be wanting to have, I don't know where he got that forge exactly. Anyways, but he has his, excuse me, he has his I'm so freaking having all kinds of brain farts today, I'm sorry. He has a cybernetics core. He's getting a very quick robotics facility as well. I don't know if the scout is still in his base to see that. Interestingly, Xellos took his unprotected expansion first. I guess hoping that he could get that set up first, because after you take that and establish that, it's a lot easier to take that protected expansion afterward. Nora, having sent a probe all the way around, he might be doing some kind of a hidden tech or something like that, or he might be thinking of setting up an expansion over there. So both players kind of bulking up their economy right now. Neither one really trying to do a quick push or anything like that. Just kind of building up economy. Nora is probably going to be getting some observers. He probably saw those mines getting planted right down outside of his base. So he's probably going to be getting some observers there. You see them showing that probe over there still. I'm not sure what that probe's doing. I'm really curious to see what happens. Okay, so he's actually getting robotic support bay first. So it looks like instead of getting those observers, he's actually going to just stay with his two bases, and he's going to go for a quick, relatively quick reaver drop while he's doing this. And it's, you know, it's to be expected. So we see Xellos there getting his engineering base so he can put up some turrets. An All-Rock going in, he's going to try and micro kill those mines there. Does a very good job of it. Hopefully, if he knows where the other mine is, he'll be able to take care of that one as well. I'm not sure if he knows where it is. Yeah, he's microing around trying to figure out where it is. And looks like he's going to put down that Nexus as well. So they're each going to have 3 bases here in a minute. And so Nalra is loading up some Zealots in that shuttle, and he's going to have a Reaver popping out, so he's probably going to have Zealots drop out the Zealot to take the first hit of the tank, or just to distract, and then drop the Reaver out and hope to scare up, kill some SCVs. In the meantime, looks like Xellos getting siege tech. Again, it's kind of standard. You see tanks planted down next to turrets, and that's kind of good against Reaver drop. That way the shuttle can't get too close to the tank without dying, and then the tank can shell the Reaver whenever it pops out. It looks like that Dragoon took some damage from a mine probably while he's trying to look around for mines there. Probably expect him to be getting an observatory next though after this Reaver drop. So it looks like Nalra is going in. He has that shuttle. Xellos' engineering bay there, able to he's wobbling his engineering bay around. Anyways, Xellos has set up his turrets very well, and it doesn't look like Nalra is going to be able to get in there at all. He may not actually be able to do this Reaver drop at all, because Xellos has turrets in a lot of different places, and he saw that coming in anyways because of the engineering bay floating out there in that path. So looks like Nalra, I gotta give the advantage to Xellos at this point actually, because he has a lot more troops on the ground, and Nalra spent a lot of money on this Reaver drop, and he's not going to get any gains from it. He's not going to be able to slow Xellos' economy at all. Economically, they're both pretty even though, so it depends on if Xellos ends up pushing out quickly or not. Because if not, then Nalra does have that technological advantage, and so it depends on, you know, basically if one or the other can press home the advantage that they have in that sense. Nalra getting a Stargate over here. Curious to see what he's going to do with that Stargate. He could be going for just carriers right off the bat.